What's good? It's your boy Kane Brown, Curbside Mechanic, back at it again. As you can see, we got a box with some items in it. These are for the Audi. Yes, a few things need to be replaced. Yes. Yes. Vacuum lines. New bolts for the coil packs or the ignition coils, new intake manifold gasket, and some new ignition coils. Awesome. So we're gonna jump right into this. We had some issues going on. If you saw the last video, got all those codes cleared off. So now we have something new or some new issues. Let me go show you. So the car was running rough as hell, as you can tell. Well, you may not have been able to tell, but I started it up and it was running real rough. Threw it on the OBD11. It's telling me that bank 1 and 2 are misfiring. My partner Cannon was over here. He recommended that I get new ignition coils because these look like they are from the factory. And they've probably been on the car since it's came out the factory. It's got over 90,000 miles on it. I didn't check the service, the routine service manual to see how often they need to be changed out. But hey, might as well get some. They didn't cost too much. That's going to get changed. While I was up under here, there's a vacuum hose on here on this car, and it kind of threw me for a loop because what I saw on it, it said that it was from a vehicle that I probably would not be driving. It's like I'm only playing because I definitely want a pickup truck, and I was looking at a Ford. But why would there be Ford parts on an Audi? Good question. Come on, flip up. Oh, the sensor's plugged in still. And that is off. There's this particular hose right here. It's a vacuum line. Yeah. Every time we start the car up, it cinches down on itself. So I'm going to be changing this out, but this particular piece it was not an individual part. So we have all of that to replace all of that good stuff. Yes, and also there is, let's see if we can see it from here. You might be able to. Right down in here. We're gonna get a good focus in. No. But right down in there, I'll be able to show you when I pull it out. It's cracked. Major vacuum leak. So that's getting replaced. To do so, yeah, the whole intake manifold needs to come off first. So I'm going to jump into that and I'll show you what I get to. So the first thing I did was pull the fuel rail off. Might need some new injectors. That one looks good. Looks good. The one on the end right here, not really sure. Can't see what it is. Looks like oil. It's not good. But try to clean it all up before I put it back on. So there's only 3 bolts. Pull the injectors out. Now I'm going to take the ignition coil off, which seems to be 110 millimeter bolt. 110 millimeter bolt right there on the rear. 10 millimeter as well, and a bunch of 5 millimeter hex heads. Let's go ahead and get that off. Hopefully I don't have to pull too much else off, but the part I need to get to is right. Can you see it? And it's in there. Is that it? No. Yeah, there it is. Right there. The cracked up drill. I just gotta back everything out. My first step of the process is done. I was able to get the crankcase ventilator or this little S-shaped tube out. Piece that goes in here. Other clamp part comes right out of here. It's clean now, but it came out in pieces. It was not peaceful. It's all right. This one was going in. What was wrong with this one? It was actually cracked on along the top right here. So I'm going to put that in and finish up the rest of the video. Get this car back up and running. Rock out. With that piece back in, I can go ahead and work on the next step. I'm gonna just tell you one thing here. That little clip, be careful of it, because it actually held me up a day. Because when taking it off, I popped it out and I have no idea where it went. So I had an extra one. So just be careful with that. Now it's on to the next step. Now I can piece this part back in. And this one hose here was where the forward hose was. So that's gonna be changed out. This piece right here is actually going in a different direction than the one that's on the original car. So I'm gonna get this sorted out so I can swap that piece out. I mean, everything else pretty much looks the same though. Let's work it out. Before I do that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just change out the ignition coils because I need a few clamps. So I sent Mocha to the store. I need a few clamps to replace these hoses because the ones that are on the car, like for instance this one, it's gonna need to be replaced. I have one for that one. It's a little tiny one on the back that's gonna need to be replaced. And once that's all done, then we can rock out. So ignition coil, she already took the bolts out for me. Those just need to be placed back in, put the new O-rings in them, and we can work it from there. Got new bolts for them. Got the new coils. And the gaskets. Next, I'm gonna swap out this vacuum line right here. I'll show you exactly where it came from and where it's going to. So this hose runs from this little line here. It actually went through here, back up under there, but it goes to that line right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap that out. I don't have any clamps small enough to really get on there, but I have some black zip ties, and that should work. Then I'll go ahead and take this apart because I have the new little clamps. Awesome. So that's how that piece is gonna mount back up in there. That's connected, that's good. This piece actually goes to here. This piece right here goes to there. So I got the new intake manifold gasket in. I'm gonna go ahead and put the intake back on so we can go ahead and get ready to get this car back started. The ignition coils are in. Yeah. So the car back together, everything should be right. About to give it a test to see. Come on now, keep your fingers crossed. That ain't sound too good. What is not back on here properly? What will be squealing? Let me think. Not sure what the sound was. Cool, so we good to go. So now I'm gonna go ahead and fill the coolant back up and probably change the oil real quick. But yeah, sounds a hell of a lot better.